Good evening, everyone, Board of Directors, those in the audience and those online as well. Welcome back. Happy New Year. So it is now 5:45, and we will now call this meeting to order. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we all have the agenda before us. If there aren't any changes, I would entertain a motion to adopt the agenda as presented.
I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Thank
I
you.
second it.
All in favor of adopting the agenda as presented, please say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Okay. Next item is recognition. We have School Board Appreciation Month.
Well, hey, everyone, Happy New Year. It is January, so it's not just Happy New Year, but it's also an opportunity that we have once a year to kind of publicly recognize and appreciate the board through Board Appreciation Month. And our board, you all, as elected officials, are here volunteering your time, giving of your heart, your energy, your effort to move our mission forward, to support our kids, our families, our community. And so we want to start this month by sharing a resolution. And we'll have more opportunity to recognize you all at the regular meeting, but want to make this public and encourage the rest of the community to also take this time and this month to say thank you and to appreciate our board members for all the contributions that you're making to the Woodburn School District. Whereas school boards create a vision for what students should know and be able to do. Whereas school boards establish clear standards for student performance. Whereas school boards ensure that student assessments are tied to established standards. Whereas school boards are accountable to the community for operating schools that support student achievement. Whereas school boards align school district resources to ensure that students meet standards. Whereas school boards create a climate that supports the philosophy that all children can learn at high levels. Whereas school boards build collaborative relationships based on trust, teamwork, and shared accountability. Whereas school boards are committed to continuous education and training on issues related to student achievement. Now, therefore, I hereby declare my appreciation to the members of the Woodburn School Board and proclaim the month of January to be School Board Recognition Month. I urge all citizens to join me in recognizing the dedication and hard work of local school board members in preparing today's students for tomorrow's world. So, for everybody in the audience, join me with a round of applause and thank you for our board members. And we'll have more opportunity to recognize you all at the January regular meeting when we will do some more formal recognitions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have public comment today, Jenny?
We do not.
Next, we have item number 4, board calendar. You see dates listed below: January 28th, regular board meeting, February 11th, special board meeting, and February 25th, regular board meeting. Item number 5, future agenda items. Any thoughts around that?
I would like to add an additional, January 30th is the Ballard Heritage School
Okay.
visit, 11 to 1:30,
That's a Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank you. Future agenda items. Okay. There has been a question regarding land acknowledgement, and so I wanted to get a consensus to see if that's something that we would like to discuss and add as an agenda item. I guess we can start with a simple thumbs up.
Do we have any feedback in regards to that, the soccer lease?
I asked the question,
Oh.
regarding land acknowledgement.
Right.
So is that something that the board would like to discuss and add as an agenda item? So we have a thumbs up.
think maybe you should clarify what the land acknowledgement. I think Rosie's thinking of the land, what about the soccer fields? Right?
But they're not conjoined. There's two
They're
different
two
matters.
different things.
When you mean land acknowledgement, are you referring to all the different properties that the city?
No, I'm referring to,
A land acknowledgement is like a declaration that agencies or organizations use to publicly recognize and appreciate the land and the tribes that came here and the original people who were on this land. So it's a public statement to show respect for the land and those who are here before us.
Oh, definitely.
so it sounds
Like
like,
Woodburn has lots of history.
Has that been done recently, or when was the last time that that was reviewed and done publicly?
as a board? Or what
Did-
do you mean?
As a city, I mean, when you say that there's been talk about that, has that?
Oh, it was just a question by a board member. So it's not something that I want to decide on my own, and so I'm bringing it here. If we want to add it as an agenda item and decide on that, that would be an agenda item. So my question here is, do we add it as an agenda item to discuss? Do we understand?
Would that be at this board meeting or at the
Not
next?
today. It
yeah,
would probably be on a
got it.
different meeting.
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah.
I think we should add it to the agenda. Because I was at an event a couple of years ago, I was at a small business event with the different political leaders, and with so much history and the joint like St. Paul and Jervis and Woodburn.
Yeah, so the land acknowledgement would be an opportunity to recognize the native people of the land.
So we have thumbs up. You're thinking?
Yeah, I'm just, I'm thinking about how that works with the school district.
Mhm.
So-
We've utilized the land acknowledgement at times over the past few years during some of the all staff opportunities to get together, like most recently at the November conference where all staff were at the high school for the professional development days.
Well, I definitely think it wouldn't hurt to put it on the agenda and talk about it and bring forth the data and discuss it.
Data of what? There's no data.
Well, I would like to understand, you provided a draft, there's already a draft land acknowledgement that the Woodburn School District has used in the past. And I would like to understand, I guess, how that was drafted. And I know when you do come up with a land acknowledgement, it's important to get advice and confer with your local tribes on how that's done, so it's done respectfully and it has some meaning to it rather than just words without meaning. So I want to make sure that it's done right.
Yeah, there's a part of the process would, definitely need to be in making sure that there's a tribal consultation
That's right. Thank
with
you.
drafting the land acknowledgement. I not able to confirm that there was that when this land acknowledgement was brought forward. We're still doing a little bit of digging into that.
And so I was the one who brought that up as a future agenda item, because it's important to me, and I wanted to see if it's important to my other board members to acknowledge the land where we're holding this board meeting.
All right. So it sounds like,
I second it.
all right. We don't have to vote on it, but just to get a consensus. So sounds like we can add that to the agenda.
Thank you.
I think some questions to consider is in a school district and thinking about like if we're here to further students' education, how does that fall into that? And maybe do your homework around that. If that's something that we're going to discuss and it's going to be an agenda item, I think we need to come prepared to have a discussion around that. All right, any other future agenda items? All right, seeing none. We are moving into executive session. Right, so at this time, the Board of Directors of Woodburn School District will now move into executive session pursuant to ORS 192.6602D to conduct deliberations with persons designated by the governing body to carry on labor negotiations.